scenario. The scenario. The scenario. The scenario. The scenario.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Here's a Scenario podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Feeney, being joined with me, as always,
Brendan Sagalow, as well as
Michael Shane Cannon.
And we have a special guest today who just has released a brand new special that you should go watch on his YouTube channel right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Matteo Lane.
Hey, thanks everyone. Oh my God, a clap.
We're like that GIF that you put on the bottom of your stories. Just the cartoon clapping hands.
Do you know the GIF world of like mispronouncing? Remember when that was like a real hot button? People were like, "You're a fuck." Here's the thing: it's same for me, and now I'm so gun shy. I almost say both back to back every time. Where I'm always like, "GIF," the thing with the, you know, because I keep forgetting
word.
which is the right one.
I'm fine with being on the wrong side of history with this one.
I think it's
I call it GIF.
because they said it's like graphic image, so it should be pronounced like.
Yeah, but there's nothing worse
GIF.
than someone that's like, actually, it's called graphic image.
But GIF
should be pronounced. Actually, it's GIF because I made the word up while I was eating peanut butter.
Well, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah, they say it's not the peanut butter. Nicole, do you know you're the youngest one here? Do you know the answer?
Like a meme.
I don't know the official answer. I always say GIF.
GIF.
And I frown
sounds like
upon those who say GIF.
I do too.
Yeah, if I hear GIF, I'm like, we're not talking peanut butter, okay?
Right.
Choosy mom.
But also, GIFs are not Gen Z. Like, if you're sending your friends a GIF, like you're an old man.
Yeah.
That's
my
also
mom
the new
sends
thing.
GIFs.
I could exclusively communicate in GIFs.
I only
GIFs.
do.
GIFs? The GIFs.
Oh, man.
now you're losing
Now I've
confidence.
lost it
each one.
again.
You know what really?
I could exclusively talk in GIFs. It's fun.
Wait, so what's the new thing then? If GIFs are old cards.
Also, I think emojis are out too.
Yeah.
I think now there's like no emojis. It's
that's
just.
digital hieroglyphics. That's in the past.
I don't know.
then what is it? How do you talk?
It doesn't matter. I'm old. You know what? We did our work. We invented all that lingo. Our generation was AOL. We invented the BRB,
Right.
the GTGs, the LOL.
ASL.
Right.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time a Gen Z person writes LOL, they're thanking their ancestors. And by ancestors, I mean me, a 36-year-old.
That's right. This country was built off our backs.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, we were sort of like thrown to the wolves. Like, you know, the
true.
only good thing is that nothing was documented the way things are documented today.
Yeah.
So we had like a 5-year grace period where we could just sort of like play
Figure it
around online and sort of been like, what is it? Like going into chat rooms, gay and lesbian.
I loved chat rooms.
Oh, chat
Didn't
rooms
we all?
are amazing. There's nothing better than a
What was
chat
your
room.
go-to?
Gay and lesbian.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
It was like-
I thought I would.
In
I would
the middle
sometimes.
of the night.
Is this
That
before
was in
you
the
were
Billy Joel
out?
chat rooms.
Well, yeah, Mike, I was 11. I wasn't like 11 years old in 1998 being like, Mom, Dad, sit down. You know what I mean? I was like so afraid of my own shadow.
What were they
Fair
talking
enough.
about in these chats?
I mean, a lot of people pretending to be like my cousins and I would go on and pretend we're like Britney Spears. And,
Right.
and you know, people back then were like, no, you're not. Prove it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Like, I spelled her name wrong. Like, fucking idiot.
Brittany.
But we just
Oh,
came off
yeah.
of like playing Doom with all of my cousins, and then there was just the internet, and it was so. Remember, like you would get online, and then you would have like the windows open with with your chat and like chatting with people and stuff. It was early
They
form of
pop
texting.
up. Yeah.
You'd have some sort of away message.
You've
that was
got
pointed at
mail.
One person.
Yeah,
You've
I
got
had
mail.
I had an away message that was strictly for when I was going to therapy, and it was like Green Day's. It was like a line in a Green Day song. Yeah, exactly. And
You had therapy? You were in therapy that young?
yeah, I had to go to therapy in high school
Had
because
to?
I got caught with a knife.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That's
remember?
right.
And then I got suspended for 6 weeks. So they made me go see a therapist who, my last session, she went, I love you, which made me feel really weird. She was like, I love you. And I was like, hey.
Yeah, I mean that's because she's the only one to ever say
Waka,
it.
doo-doo,
That would be
yeah.
enough
You
for me
pull
to
it-
get the knife back.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you
Like,
know
You
what?
pull a knife
You
on it?
ruined everything. But one of my away messages was very therapy. It was for therapy. And then my girlfriend at the time, like I had that message up and she's like, where are you? And I was like, what do you mean?
What was
And
it?
she's like, you only go to therapy on Monday. It was the Green Day line was like, oh, therapy, can you please feel the void? You know that song? Sorry.
I don't.
I don't know
I don't
what
wanna
that song
sing.
is, but
Don't make me sing.
I thought it was going to be like, dude, I thought
Make me sing.
Don't make me sing.
I thought it was going to be like an actual like lyric that was
therapy.
not as that was less subtle. I didn't think it was
Nicole, you know what I'm talking about.
I thought it was a knowable song.
Yeah.
Why would it be a knowable song? I'm trying to have a
When I
personality
come
here.
around.
Why would I be a basic
trying to have a
bitch? bitch.
personality. It'd
Why
be
would I
like,
be a
I had the time of your life.
Do you have the time to listen to it?
Now that's a therapy line.
Yeah, that's
There we
true.
go.
Wow.
do you have the time to listen to me whine is the therapy away message.
You fucking
You
idiot.
fucked up.
Get that kid a knife.
You blew it.
Meanwhile, my
himself.
away message was like, I'm not gay. Just so desperate.
Mine was only lyric. It was only band lyrics
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
It's like Liza Minnelli said, I'm sure she was lying. She was like, when I was younger, my friends collected cards or stamps. I collected lyrics. You didn't. You absolutely did not. Now
I mean,
stop.
that is a spot on line. I mean, you got the teeth and mouth going.
Oh,
for-
thank you.
Dude, it's like you are on pills for that.
yeah.
If you said to me, like Liza Minnelli and Evan Williams are the only two impressions
Yeah.
I can do where if you were like talk like, and Joe Machi, like if talk like that, I do a
All
perfect Joe
tight-lipped.
Machi.
All kind of
Yeah.
tight,
Whoa.
restricted
maybe
lips.
that's what. Maybe that's. the-
Sam, oh boy. Hey,
wow.
Hank, how's it going?
That's incredible.
Williams, man.
Oh my God, you're like Hank Azaria.
man. What's up, man? I'm an addict. And so
now very
Dude,
famous.
fuck,
On
man.
TikTok.
We completely missed a
Thanks
fun
for
thing
catching
that we
that.
could have done where we wrote a sketch of Jafar and Evan and the rest of the ones.
Yeah, we
did
could
to
have
Joe
used
Machi.
you much better. We
Yeah.
had no idea. You were just a pull string
Yeah, we
doll of
coulda-
perfect impressions.
Well, I feel like I do it a lot. Well, you know what's funny? Like people were commenting on my special. They were like, "Hair plugs and heartache." You can catch it on YouTube. People were like, "Wow, I love all the voices that you do." I never think of myself as like an impressionist, and then I'm like, I guess I am doing a lot of voices.
Yeah.
like Evan Williams is a real impressionist. Like he's on Stern doing like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like
Yeah.
he's like legitimately an impressionist. I'm just like doing Liza after stroke.
Yeah,
7.
he's just furious that you're doing such rattling
It's
on
just,
such great.
just passive. It's
Yeah,
just
you're
in
like-
my pinky.
yeah, you're like I don't even care.
I will say, Evan, he'll be like, he's like, man, send me a voice message of you doing an impression of me. So then I'll do it. I'm like, what's up, man? My whole family's dead. Fuck, man. Yeah. And then like his friends will listen to it, like his girlfriend. It's like shocking. For some reason, in the voice memo, it sounds even more like
Yes.
Evan.
Yeah, the distortion.
The cadence of it, like I mean, I know you had lived together for a while, but I mean, it's like you have. If anybody knows Evan Williams at all, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, you have his pauses, his little like the that you just did.
Well,
Yeah.
the nostril flare, like beyond
Yeah,
that,
man.
the visual
It's
of
just
it.
like, it's like,
Yeah, dude. Yes.
there's a lot of clearing of the throat, man.
Right. You guys should have.
Everything with him sounds like he's making a drug.
You should have been friends when you were younger. So if he snuck out,
Me
and
and
he's like, hey, Evan, are you in there? You're like,
Evan and I
Yes,
probably
Mom.
we would not have been friends when we were younger. He was such a chaotic childhood, and I was so shame based. Like I just feel like we wouldn't have been good. Me and Yamanika Saunders would have been good friends.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
But then
Classic.
Evan's one of my best friends. Actually, probably my best friend.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Someone's like, "Who would be your best man at your wedding?" I was like, "Probably Evan."
yeah.
Best man. Nothing
As
fair than
who, though?
He's doing someone else.
Yeah.
You're doing Evan.
Evan as Jason Statham.
Dude, a
Yeah.
whole wedding of people just doing impressions would be so great.
You mean a nightmare?
And then you have Trump,
oh
the
no,
aficionado.
ladies and gentlemen,
The hand movement was
Brendan-
Trump.
Brendan
I don't know if the
Shoehorn
rest of it
Zach-
was.
I know. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Hey,
I'll tell you what you're gonna
here's
do.
Tony Soprano.
No, go ahead.
Here's Gino Visconti.
all I hear in my head right now is, let him cook.
Matteo, Joe List was on the podcast recently and told him that he does that. Is that your joke?
That's my
You know
best
who
joke.
does a really good Joe impression? Luke Moniz. Luke Moniz is a really funny Joe impression. He's like, "Oh, you're just like a fun guy." I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do the good.
but
Luke does.
he
so,
told Brendan that Brendan does the greatest Trump he's ever heard. So now
That's the greatest I've ever heard.
oh,
It is funny to impersonate other comics.
yeah,
Yeah, it's good
it
time.
is fun.
But we
I
have
really
questions.
hate it when people do it on stage, though. It's one of my least
Yeah, 'cause you're
favorite things.
stealing.
You're not. That's not allowed.
You're not allowed.
doing
I would
somebody
use
else.
another comic.
No, of
on
course not.
stage. I would do Liza Minnelli, and I would fully steal from her.
Yes, that's reasonable. When you're
It's
doing
like-
things from other entertainment, that's fair game.
Her on the
If
Home
you're doing-
Shopping Network, laying back in her chair like she's in traction, high as a kite. It's great. You've never seen it? You got to Google Liza Minnelli HSN. It's 4 minutes. Some gay spliced together the best of it, and she is Fucked up. Allegedly.
That's he's stand.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you're doing like Robin Williams on stage, it's like you're just kind of you're doing it.
You're killing as Robin
Be
Williams.
careful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
We have questions.
Yes.
From the Patreon.
Just get to it.
This is from Jack, specifically Matteo Lane. Here's the scenario. You fall.
No.
You've. Oh, shit, did you hear that? Thunder
Was that
just then?
thunder?
Yeah.
I thought somebody broke it.
I'm looking at like the trees are just like bending.
Yeah, I see a
right now.
squirrel holding on for dear life.
It's pitch black. Here's a scenario. You've fallen in love with the chef at your favorite, and then they put bodega, restaurant, gas station, fast food.
But those are all very different things.
Then-
My
Yeah.
bodega guy and my favorite restaurant, very different.
The
things.
chef.
yeah.
The chef at the bodega. And who ordered the Grey Poupon? Like the bodega.
I'll take Pop Tarts the Aki way.
Yeah. Cheeseburger.
I'm Mr. TikTok. I'm young.
Yeah, you do. Well,
Poor Mike is struggling to ask this.
My
Yeah,
question
little
is-
Mabu.
This stupid question, Jack.
It's very confusing. You fall in love with the chef at your favorite bodega, restaurant, gas station, fast food.
There's so
event.
many things. Hospital.
But it's like it's more like giving examples. You know what I mean? They say, "Who was the last person to cook you the best food?" And that's your boo. So basically, that's that. He kind of undid all of it.
what?
Oh.
This is not a question.
So
my God.
basically,
Okay,
Someone got really nervous.
Chat
typing questions.
GPT, like
It's almost like
Fuck up.
those. It's almost like those TikToks of like I'm just all over TikTok. I'm mentally ill
I don't
lately.
look at TikTok at all.
I am.
I haven't
just-
opened it in. a
I'm
week
drowning
and a half.
in it.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I'm lacking in here, so I'm projecting outside.
I'm with you,
that,
buddy.
Mike, I
So-
find that shocking.
So I'm watching. It'll say like the third person on your share you take to Italy.
Right.
Like it's like that. Who's the last person?
That's the
that
emails
cooks you
from
something.
20 years ago.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Just
like
the 10
yeah.
people in your bed.
Oh yeah, social
That-
media
good
has become
sex.
old person chainmail.
Yeah.
for sure.
Because old people have infiltrated it and it's embarrassing. Who's the last person who cooked me a good meal?
Like
the
a
best,
good
Let's
meal.
say you fell in love with the last person.
I'm always cooking the meal.
I know.
but
you
did
are.
you go out to eat somewhere where you're like, this meal's incredible?
I only choose restaurants that I know the food's good. I'd cook.
See, that I appreciate.
I
That's
could-
a man after my own heart.
Yeah.
Are you all Irish?
Yeah.
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 I'm also Russian.
Okay. I mean, my dad's Irish. I know nothing about
And
my
Jewish.
dad's side.
What was the Irish? What did that
I
have
think
to
they're like Irish American. But, Irish people don't cook
No.
or have any kind of understanding of.
Do you know what's interesting about that? Is right off the boat, you're correct. And it's not, well, I think stereotypically you're correct. My mom in particular was a good cook. There are other Irish women that I've met that are bland, dog shit, boiled meats and
Well, just think,
fucking
in generally
raw
speaking,
potatoes.
Irish
yeah.
were not known for.
Not at all.
No. My mom used to
see.
throw frozen
Culinary.
patties in the microwave and feed them to me like a dog.
Well, and they'd say, well, salt is a spice to the Irish.
They think the oven is spice.
Yeah. Or water is a spice
Yeah.
to the Irish.
Right.
Yeah, something like
This
that.
is
Yeah.
probably
Meanwhile,
hacky, but
my mom is like, all right, here's how we make pizza dough.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
But my dad can cook. He's Irish.
I enjoy cooking, but my wife is a much better. Like we both started cooking when we got out of college, and we would like almost alternate who was cooking, and then she just got much better at it, much faster Italian, and then then it just became a thing of like. Just get out of the way. You know what I mean?
Is that the
but I
best?
still fancy myself if in a pinch.
But if you applied your exact same thing to sports, where you're like, we were neck and neck growing up, and then eventually they pulled away, black, and
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Some people are more comfortable in the kitchen, and I enjoy cooking. I don't find it as a chore. I like it. I like cooking for other people.
Prep is what sucks.
yeah, and clean up.
I've been
But we
using
have a
the
good,
air
like-
Oh, you
fryer.
I
clean
hate-
as you go. That's
Oh,
another
but see,
thing.
I know, that's the
we have
smart thing.
My wife does it too, but we have a good like that's kind of our system is like she cooks, I clean. Whoever cooks, the other person.
Do you have a dishwasher?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, he's called the
marriage.
wife. Hey.
Says
Mateo in the middle of the sentence just went.
It just
Sorry.
it was wildly unexpected
I gotta
and
contribute.
expected
I
at the
know.
same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
I've
welcome.
never seen that line walked so finely.
Welcome to the show.
This is the show, and we're not changing it.
Yeah, I don't want you to change. I think that's great. I really like this drawing. Whoever did it did a great job.
That's what I keep saying. They hate it.
No.
Who hates it?
no, I don't
Mike
hate
doesn't
it.
It makes
like
me look.
I
thin.
just think I look like me with fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah.
Well,
You look like Osama bin Laden in his teen years.
Usama. Well, you're
Osama.
cross-pollinating with a past guest.
Osama.
I think Sagalo looks like a great Disney character.
I think
Yeah, Barney
I think
Rubble.
You two
I'm
are
on
hit.
my
The only thing he
way.
did wrong is your nose. Your nose doesn't sloop up like that.
Yeah.
It goes down like that.
Yeah.
So I think that would be my only complaint.
I forgot that's
As
the
an
other thing.
artist.
That's the other thing Matteo can do is great drawing and caricature work and all that.
Get off his cock.
We're just going with a volume-based reaction to this podcast episode.
That was like you just got thawed out from being frozen.
Yeah.
Can't control the volume of my voice.
It was a little Austin Powersy. I hope I didn't say that out loud right now. That movie's fucking genius.
It's so good.
It's so funny,
Dude,
man.
the opening, I actually turned it on like a couple months ago thinking I hadn't watched it in years.
Right.
And that opening dance number is so insane and involved
incredible
and
camera
perfect.
work.
It's unbelievable. You're like, immediately, you're just
Yeah.
filled with so much joy because it's just
Yeah.
colors and 70s
I'm
and
in.
insanity.
It's like a
I'm
testament
in.
to the cinematographer too to always carry
Yeah.
in front of the nudity and all that stuff.
But the second one, I didn't like it as much. It has good stuff to it, but
Sure.
there is really nothing funnier than that woman who wouldn't die.
Yeah.
And it's like, get the bazooka! And then she gets shot, and then they're like, and then their ads are falling, and why won't you die?
Yeah.
And I say that all the time in Fortnite. Like, if I'm shooting someone forever and ever, and I'll just be like, why won't you die?
It's just
Dude, I didn't even remember that. That was great. That was
Somebody-
great.
so
feeling.
good.
so funny
was
because
awesome.
literally yesterday I was talking to a woman who's like, I just introduced my kids to Austin Powers, and I was like, please,
So good.
what did they think? And she was like, oh, they loved it. And I'm like, thank God, because I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna
It
be
is a
one of
movie
those
for the
things
whole
where they're
family.
like-
It's like
Yeah.
it's colorful. Kids like it. He's a character.
there's a lot of
there's
sex,
funny gags.
There's a lot of like sex space.
kids they don't pick up on that.
No.
shit.
I think they
You know-
do. I think some kids, because when I was a kid, I'd like even seeing I felt like, oh,
There's
what's going on?
like
you pick up on
there's a
stuff.
subconscious thing happening.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, even the opening scene from Ace Ventura where he finds the big-breasted lady's dog and then he holds on to something and she's clearly blowing him.
I don't
I didn't
remember
get that
that.
until yesterday. Like
I don't remember that.
my entire youth, I was like, what is she doing? Tying his shoes weird?
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea what was happening.
So oblivious to sex when I was a kid.
Well, we got a great question from TJ, and this I think will make up for Nick and all his bad questioning.
Yeah.
Jack.
Jack.
His bad questioning. Matteo is the Bachelor, and the rest of you are competing for his affection.
Mike.
Excuse me.
Well, there's two mics.
Yeah. Well,
unfortunately.
that makes.
So
First off, you haven't made your decision yet because
we're gonna hold off on the decision
because
making. right now.
The question isn't who do you choose. The question is how do we win his heart? That's
Well, I'll tell you what I'm
We're
doing.
competing for
okay.
his affection.
I'm walking in. I have a fucking stereo, and I'm blasting some
Next.
fucking.
It turns into next. It's a mix of next and The Bachelor.
Back on the bus.
I want to see like the facts next to me. Ate Burger King this morning.
Yeah.
Is 23, I think.
I
Also
love
part
that.
jackass, the big hand comes out and smacks you
The
off
gay
stage.
next episodes were the best though because they all just ended up making out in the bus, and they always came down like two popped collars. They're like facts, like I love Britney Spears, Skittles are my favorite candy, and I'm a bitch. And then they're just like next, and they're like whatever, loser.
Yeah.
This one next episode, this guy had red hair, and he's like, we're gonna change that. And they brought him to a hair salon and got his hair dyed black, and he's like, better. No shit. I was like, this
What?
is
That's crazy.
wild.
His skin tone
dude,
was so weird.
Old MTV is like
Genius.
the Wild West.
So
I mean,
They were like,
first of all, Old Fox, The Swan, a show where they had 12 women who just needed a blowout in a new jacket and forced them into months of plastic surgery, shielding them from their families, and mirrors
Oh my
for 3 months, and then made them
God.
look exactly like the host of the show, and then put them in a competition to see who's the most beautiful. That's
Wow.
That's how we grew up. So every time Gen Z's like, "You guys are fucked up," yeah.
yeah.
That was that was like
It was like
family entertainment.
That and then beheading. You'd go from beheading videos to like, oh, the Swan is on.
which is almost the same.
How many of those people went on to violent crimes?
I'm sure they're all dead. But my favorite part of the show is they would
all
have a
killed themselves.
therapist, like a therapy session for, I swear to you, 4.5 minutes. They were showing a black and white video, like it's some sort of secret camera, and they're like, and you want to be made over. Like, I guess. And then, but it was, and they would show these poor women. They would have like swollen bandage, like, I just want to see my family. And they're like, right. And I mean, that was it. And then the doctors all applauded themselves. It is wild. And they would show, it's such a horrible, misogynistic, terrible show. They would show the women in like yellowed underwear and put like a grid over them, like the military, like, here's our problem areas. And like, they would show everything, and the women are just standing there like, can I, it was so.
She's like, I thought this were, I was walking through the mall when you guys asked me to be on this.
yeah.
Right now,
But my kid's still in the car.
I can't see mirrors or my family for 3 months.
Told me it was a free makeover. I didn't know it was
But
this.
my favorite is they went to like Michael's Arts and Crafts and found some like shit red velvet crushed curtain, and they would hide it over the mirror. And then when they would reveal themselves, the women would always weep. And they were in something that was slightly negligee, like, you know what I mean? Like it was slightly lingerie. Like, and I swear they made them look
that's
exactly
so
like the host of
sad.
the show.
They-
Who was
they-
British? Some British bitch.
They'd
Oh my
weep like
God.
and like be upset.
Yeah, they like.
Or
Oh no, happy.
Oh.
I'm beautiful. And then they're like, but
Oh,
you're not
what a
quite beautiful
Fucking
enough.
seam pops.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh my
damn
God,
it.
gross.
Well, how are you winning over Mateo's? Well, you're out, I guess, because of the
Yeah, yeah.
The
boombox.
boombox. Next.
What are you doing?
No, you're up.
we don't want to
Oh,
know.
a
going
lot of
this
pressure
way.
on. No,
Yeah.
we're
going
going
this way.
clockwise. Let's see what you
There's
do.
a lot.
Go
I
ahead.
go in, and I'm just myself. To be perfectly honest, I go in, I say hello. I'm confident yet reluctant at the exact same time.
I already hate this.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
I thought you were. Oh,
I mean, I am on your side, but I'm gonna go
no,
in.
that's what I.
I'm
no.
gonna go in and
I
be
do that.
myself.
I gurgle. Show you how much I can gurgle.
First of all,
There you go.
the way you're dressed right now,
no good.
You're gonna
you don't
get
like
off
linen pants.
You're gonna get off the limousine like that.
Oh, fair
Hey,
enough.
what's up? They're like,
Fair enough.
okay, driver. Who else is on?
But
All right.
yes, I will, and I'll say, you know what? This is my first dalliance in homosexuality. I'm very excited.
And I'm gonna
for it.
say, who is that for?
I'm willing to get worked over at your speed, whatever you're used
doesn't
to.
want
I'm
that.
gonna
He
get
doesn't
in.
want
I feel like it would
Compliance?
take more than
I've
6
done
minutes
gay
for Mike to be like,
things.
well, I'm changed.
I'm in.
Literally. You're obviously topping.
He doesn't want a project. Come on.
Yeah. What are you? You're an actual project building.
This is like the straight version of My Fair Lady. He's Eliza Doolittle.
He's your swan. Yeah.
The only thing Matteo would do is like
Problem area. The machine exploded. Both of us
they
choking.
just
to get that
wheel
out.
in a guillotine. They're like, I think this is all we need.
He's like, you guys sure all look pretty? They go, yeah, just close your eyes.
Those horrible doctors.
me now,
guillotine hits you, it doesn't even go through. It's like it stops at the back. Oh.
All right, Mike, what are you doing?
Here's the thing. Here's what Mateo needs. All right.
I'm heartbroken that my thing didn't work. I gotta be honest.
I'm just
I really,
being myself,
I really
and
thought
he
that was
goes,
gonna be
"No."
Hold on. Let's hear Mike's, and then I'll make my
Okay.
decision.
Here's what Mateo needs. Okay.
I already hate this.
But this is why you're gonna love it. All right. He needs a challenge. All right.
Okay.
Because I think that you went with the I'm just gonna roll over and
fucking
let him
way.
go.
Yeah,
to
I'm
town
showing
on
him
me.
my
That
belly
thing-
immediately.
That's not gonna satisfy him long term. Maybe an instant gratification, but then he'll move past that. Thing that you and I have in common:
Ugh.
traveling and food. And I'm also obsessed with finding great food. These two. This guy is a Burger King
Do
queen.
you like walking through the drive-thru?
Yeah, he walks through drive-throughs.
We can hold hands while we're walking through the drive-thru.
Cannon, while can enjoy a good meal,
right.
doesn't have the patience to look it up or doesn't really care as much.
Do you like planning?
Now, see, I'm willing to find a great restaurant. I also love the idea of finding, and even if you're like, I love a good restaurant, boom. I'm eating all types of cuisines. I love
Right.
traveling, international traveler. I feel like you and I would jet set around the world, eat a lot of great food.
Jet set.
Yeah.
I'd
see?
probably go with Mike Cannon. Seems like a
Venus
lot.
got them
Yeah.
ESLs though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
'cause
I
I-
got a thick butt. So
I
we
mean,
can-
that's
we
like
can
that's like
swap.
dating a Verizon wireless sales member. Like, you know, I can't.
You can't see yourself opening up to
Yeah, you-
traveling the world and having
Opening
great
up.
meals.
You do talk like someone who's trying to sell a timeshare.
He's trying to sell himself right now.
Well, they literally just said, "How would you sell yourself to win his affection?" That is the actual question.
See, all you really have to do, all you had to do there is just kind of take off your headphones and put your hands through your hair and then just look at them.
You wouldn't
That-
even
honestly, if you just ignored me, I'd be like,
I think
Like-
if
But
I
that's why I
came
said
in-
a challenge because I don't think the
No, but you said a challenge, and then you just said like, "Let's go travel the world."
Yeah,
like
that
yeah.
like,
sucks.
you should come out and slap me and be like, "You're a
Yeah.
faggot," and I'd be like, "I'd go with him."
Well, if you let me finish,
That's a
you know,
challenge.
That's not only
you
a
had let
challenge,
me
it's also
finish-
a crazy risk for you to take.
yeah, on camera.
that's what I was gonna do.
I mean, it would already be.
I was gonna come out with a
Put the
boombox,
boombox, put the
playing
boombox down.
Poor Unfortunate Souls, and then I was gonna throw it at you.
I would go with that. You come out with Disney. And I'm like, all
Poor
right.
Brendan's-
Unfortunate
Brendan's
Souls.
wearing a black evening gown.
I'm kicking. You can't even see on the camera when I'm kicking. I'm poor
Believe me,
unfortunate
they're shaking enough
souls.
to get it.
sad. It's so true.
Flotsam and jetsam, now I got a boys.
The boss says on a roll. This poor unfortunate soul. Aruba's a wind. And then I'm like,
Keep singing.
din, 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 boom, boom, boom. And then all the producers are like, what is
This is where
The director's like,
Because I
let them finish. Now zoom in.
and somehow
Like the
you've
Truman
made
Show.
like smoke all around us. And, like,
this is where my slap comes into play.
I saw the Little Mermaid, by the way.
Good?
I enjoyed it.
The new one?
I think
Oh.
she's an amazing singer, and she's
Yeah.
so beautiful. It's like almost hard to look at her. Like she looks
see
like
that,
a drawing.
That's nice
Yeah,
to hear.
she's
I heard it
stunning.
was terrible,
Yeah.
so I'm glad. to
I
hear
also
that.
heard
But here's
it
the
was
problem is with it is that it's like when you know the movie so well, as you're watching, you're like, yeah, get to the song. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
it's got that feeling. It's like playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. If I don't know if you guys are playing that right now.
No.
Just me. I mean, I'm like,
I stopped
I'm like,
after
it's
Breath
just
of the Wild.
Well, it's literally Breath of the Wild. I'm like, it's
I
the
don't-
same
yeah.
map and everything. I'm like, I've been here before.
I
They
don't like.
but they added songs, right?
They did.
Were they
They
good?
added
They're not-
songs.
Because I get fucked up by that shit. When I watched like the Through Line Aladdin Jasmine song of like, now I'm an empowered woman.
Well,
In the last
Aladdin-
movie, I wasn't.
That they got an all Middle Eastern cast and a Philly genie. None of that made sense. And then they got Madonna's ex-husband to direct it. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, that was terrible.
It was a terrible movie.
Guy
Will
Ritchie
Smith-
did that?
Yes.
I didn't know that, I guess. That's
Yes.
fucking nuts.
But I would say like like Aquafina did a great job. I thought she was a great Scuttle. But the
She played
prince,
the bird.
yeah.
Oh,
But the
That's
prince
cool. I
they
didn't
gave
picture Scuttle with a black scent.
oh my god!
Yo,
shut
what's
up?
up, everybody? I'm the bird.
Sorry. Cat Williams.
Sorry, I don't know.
Disney Disney somehow cancels your entire career.
I know.
They cancel his subscription to
Let
Disney
'em
Plus.
cook.
I love Disney Plus. But I would say that they gave the Prince a song which sucked. Like they're trying to give him an arc
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean? And it was just very whiny, like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah. It's
See, it's a
okay.
progressive movie even initially because the prince is more or less an underdeveloped bimbo, which he should be. He's just eye
That
candy
was sort of the
ass.
benefit of Disney movies is that the Prince was always like, get out of here.
Yeah.
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 Dumb boob.
Yeah.
This is the conversation we've been waiting
I know,
for.
and yeah, I'm just soaking it in. Just going.
I have many
don't
opinions. What else would you like to know about my thoughts on Disney princes?
Nothing.
I like
So
that,
far, so good.
I love that we reenacted Poor Unfortunate Soul.
Fantastic.
Edison Steven Rosario.
Edison.
Yeah, Steven Rosario, full name.
I hate
Dawson.
his parents.
You are on a flight to your next gig when the pilot broadcasts that someone on the plane has dosed him with 1,000 milligram edible, and he is panicking about his marriage and also landing the plane. How do you help the pilot? How do you follow the clues and find the serial stoner? Love you guys.
I turn up my
yeah.
iPhone and ignore everything.
Yeah.
I would say, this is not my problem, and where is my meal?
Yeah. Post on Instagram. Hey, about to die. Ask me anything, kind of thing.
AMA. Yeah,
Yeah,
get
do a little
get
AMA.
algo thing for whoever takes over your Instagram account.
Yeah.
Literally,
I'm
as
not-
I'm dying, someone's like, you said something problematic on your mom's house, and I...
I would probably walk to the cockpit, smack the co-pilot in the face, and remind him it's his job.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would
Get
say...
your shit together. Talk to your friend.
Yeah. You poor unfortunate soul.
Just shake him.
Yeah, just...
I don't know.
Also, I
Doesn't
just
really
think
do
that
anything.
planes these days, if all of my non-reading and just overhearing things is true, they fly themselves.
Yeah. The only
they
thing
fly
the pilot
themselves in
does.
the air, but the landing.
I think you
is-
can kind of press 6 buttons and it more or less takes you down.
Oh, okay.
All right,
It
right
takes you
in.
down, all right.
Right in.
Yeah.
It's so funny that we just like sometimes just insult huge groups of people and not even really know it.
I knew I was doing that. I was kidding.
Who cares?
Okay, sorry.
Nicole, I also
Just trying to be a man of the people, you know.
Sure.
I did not start the timer, Nicole.
It's plug time.
Oh, great! Look at that. Look, like
time.
hair plugs and
Heartache.
The new special.
Available on YouTube right now.
boom. Go check that out. And where else can people find you? What else do you want?
MatteoLaneComedy.com for all touring. And yeah.
I mean, dude, that the chunk on fucking whatever the show Swan, that should be developed into something.
You think so? I've tried to work that out on stage for a couple times, but there's just such a resistance to it.
It's so
It might be
fucking
like for
good.
comics.
It's also a great point because it's insane that in this time of not judging people and empowering people for their looks, we grew up with the exact opposite of people walk in, "Gah, we have to fix it.
Change them with knives.
It was literally that America's Next Top Model. I was like, well, no wonder why I'm fucked up.
Yeah, it's so good.
But also, come see us on the road, Zaggy.
Yes,
You can-
BrendanSagalo.com. I'm going to be in Rhode Island at the Comedy Connection at the end of the summer. And us three are doing a podcast, a live podcast and a stand-up show at the Algonquin Theater in Manasquan, New Jersey. Get tickets now on each of our websites. Hey, if you're getting 3 tickets, buy one from each website. That's kind of fun. We'll give you gold coins. And,
won't. We don't have them.
Gold
Ask
to
us before you
blue.
agree to.
yeah, we'll give you little chips. You go, hey, you did it.
We got to order out for those, I guess.
And twitch.tv/sags to riches.
BYOC.
I'm on the road. I'm also doing the residency. I think I have my last date after this one airs and at New York Comedy Club, June 26th, Monday. I'm working out the hour, doing some new stuff. Turns out I need a new closer. July 13th, and I'm going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. July 14th and 15th, I'm in Houston. August, I'm in Uncasville at Comics Roadhouse. More dates coming in. Again, the September date with us at the Algonquin Arts Theater in Manasquan, New Jersey is going to be a really great time. Some really fun stuff coming up as well, so MikeCannonComedy.com for all that.
Seattle, please come out to Laughs July 7th and 8th. Portland, come out to Portland Helium on July 9th. And then if you're in Los Angeles, come out to the Comedy Store on July 12th. I'm doing little Mike Feeney and friends there. Going to have some special guests, some bigger names come by, hanging out on that show. And then the Grand Comedy Club in Escondido the 14th and the 15th. So that's great. Nicole?
Yeah.
Nicole C. Lines on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube at Here's the Scenario.
Excellent. Okay, let's get back to the questions. Next question is from TJ. If you could transform werewolf style into any animal, what would you choose?
Probably something flying like an eagle.
yeah.
But we have
Or
to
a hawk, something
remember,
small and sleek. that
whatever
could
you're
escape.
transforming, if it's werewolf style, it's gonna hurt because werewolf style
Does
hurts.
hurt. It does, yeah, you're,
Oh,
You know?
so it breaks
Yeah,
your bones
your
to
face
turn into
gonna-
wings then.
Yeah,
but you go back
Okay.
to it.
I mean, either way, I guess it's pain.
It's gonna hurt if I said an elephant. You know what I mean?
but if you said like a chimp, it'd probably be the least painful since you're kind of
Little
just,
Why would I want to
transition.
be like a weirder version of myself?
right.
you'd be 10 times as strong.
It seems.
Uh,
yeah, but
look at
it
this
does
guy.
seem like such a waste.
Yeah, and imagine that 10 times as strong.
Flying is a great answer, like some sort of eagle or something.
I've been watching a lot of like bald eagle. There's this one video that keeps replaying in my thing.
TikTok?
Yeah, it's a guy going fishing, but he sees a bald eagle and he just throws like part of his bait or catch up in the air, and the eagle just like a missile comes and catches it in its talons.
Whoa.
And there's part of me that would love to know what it's like to have talons and a great grip like that.
I would love to have
Hang out with some drag queens.
I would love to have like that, like
Eagle eye.
just eagle eye, dude. That would be so sweet.
Not a bad movie. Shia LaBeouf.
Never saw it.
Oh,
Is
Shaggy
he still
beef.
crazy or did he mellow out?
He
He
did
got
that one
canceled.
interview.
he got
And
canceled.
that one interview was him kind of atoning or at least acknowledging all of his past sins.
Right.
And so I don't know.
I think he's more out of the.
I mean, James Franco is doing interviews again. It's like who knows what's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm on board with Eagle though. I'll convoy on Eagle.
Yeah.
Tanya, what 5 items would someone use ceremoniously to summon you?
Poppers. That's about
5
it.
is a lot of items.
Poppers,
Six
spaghetti.
poppers.
Let's
Yeah,
say, let's say,
spaghetti.
let's say
Cooked
3 items.
spaghetti.
Okay, poppers, pasta, and like a microphone.
Aw.
That's not bad. I like that. Mine would be rage weed.
Wait, how do you
A tangible thing, Mike.
thing.
You know,
Great.
Right, just like a punch mark in the ground.
yeah, maybe a punch imprint or a boxing glove.
Just bloody
And,
knuckles.
Yeah, or somebody's black eye, and then weed and my son.
Yeah.
I think that would be it.
What if it couldn't be a person?
Then
A basketball.
either a basketball, not even a basketball. I mean, I'll tell you what, I am no longer good at basketball. it's just a real life fact I'm gonna have to live with. I played this past Sunday, and it's like I am in my brain. I have so much imagination and new knowledge about basketball, and my body is capable of executing 0% of it. So it's quite something.
That's like me with singing.
You think like you're worse at singing?
No.
Liza is.
Yes.
Got it.
Mine would also be weed, an audio self-help book, and a microphone as well. But it's one of those where the bottom you have to like
knife?
hold it.
Yeah.
Knife. Yeah, it's like a rifle, but it's a microphone. No, it'd be one of those where it's like kind of broken, and you have to be like, "Is this on?" It's better if I don't use it.
You
right?
want a cutting off one? Cutting out one?
I don't want one, but that's how you summon me.
I do notice my voice has changed, my singing voice. I mean, I'm screaming every night on stage. I'm not in vocal practice. And then you try and sing and you're like, doesn't feel the same.
How long would it take you to transition completely to satin vocals, though? Like if you were like, all right, no more comedy screaming. I'm
2
gonna
more
sing.
months. I would do vocal rest for 2 weeks, and then I would start training every single day with a voice teacher and just get your stamina going again.
Interesting.
Jeez, that's so hard to get like that note, like that that you do. I was thinking about that last night, actually.
Mateo is who
my
my
whistle
parents wish I was.
My whistle notes?
I guess so.
Like the Mariah Carey
I was
high
watching
note?
something where someone was singing, like a stage singing, and they're like, got really, and like held it. And I was like, man, that's really fucking hard. And it made me think of you.
Oh, hey.
Just because I said it's really hard. I was talking about myself. And I went, huh.
Who do I make really hard? Mateo. That's right.
Poor unfortunate.
Just keep going.
I just keep revisiting that.
You should have auditioned for Ursula.
I think I could have done it.
I
Yeah.
really do think you could have.
I have like a bunch of legs.
That was the most
Unbelievable!
Do that again.
Is your chair a waterbed? That was
Every
incredible.
part of your body is moving in a different direction. You're like a lava lamp.
I'm very flexible when it comes to hips.
Yeah,
You're like
hip.
Shakira.
Yeah,
They don't lie.
You're not.
So,
Yeah, because they keep telling themselves they need to lose weight.
But
I think
I get it.
yeah, I think mine would be a margarita on the rocks and a like the hair pomade. What are you doing with your? Are you still in
I think mine
Ursula?
would be a margarita on the rocks.
I didn't
you're
hold
like
this.
you're like James Bond.
I didn't hold this.
Yeah. No, you did. You swirled.
You're like
yeah,
just
you
some,
swirled.
just some margaritas, some hair gel, and pussy. There I am.
Maybe a Zackett's guide to fine dining.
You don't.
I was honest, all right. I said poppers, pasta, and a
Well, I hadn't got to my
Yeah.
third, but also you don't swirl a margarita. It's highly embarrassing to even suggest it's a martini, and even then, pour
with
wine.
all that ice. You're like, thank you.
Yeah, clink, 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 clink. It just goes everywhere.
It's spilling.
Like the lime wedge is falling. You fool. You know.
You know what I really miss about drinking is going to Chili's and ordering Presidentes.
Oh,
those
yeah.
fucking margaritas. where
I miss.
Never speak to me again.
What? You didn't like
Going
that?
to Chili's.
Yeah, man. White trash
And
shit.
this is who.
Palisade
This is
Center
your
Mall.
king.
Hey, I'll cut it out for you.
And this is your
See,
boyfriend.
and he just gives it up. Isn't that even worse?
Whatever you want, baby.
See, that's what
We're gonna go get an onion blossom at Chili's. I'll have you order the drink I used to drink and reminisce about my past.
Yeah, you just sit over the table. Go, is it good? It's
Yeah,
really
look-
good. I bet, right? It's
And in a
really
pinch,
good.
Chili's can be fine. You can get a steak, rice, vegetable. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just like lean over to smell his
Chili's
breath.
is the superior of the Applebee's, Chili's, Fridays franchise wars. It is the best.
Yeah,
Really?
I mean the cheesecake's in its own category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest is sort of just like, what version of diarrhea do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Da-
microwave?
Dallas
food?
BBQs.
Oh, that's one of the worst.
I don't like Dallas.
I love Dallas.
I don't
Would
like
you like
barbecue. There, I said
Would
it.
you like an entire rack
know.
of ribs for $5.99?
Did you also just salsa dance in the ocean?
to these poor unfortunate souls.
I wish I had like tentacles. Answer that other
If
question.
you dress up like Ursula and said, "You have your looks, your pretty face," I would dive.
Maybe I will.
Wow, that was a giddy crush I just watched develop in real time.
I have a crush. I have a giddy crush.
Okay, here's a little fuck, marry, kill here from Paula Johnson. Pasta, pizza, potatoes.
Okay, kill
Of
potatoes.
course, you're gonna say.
Marry pasta, fuck pizza.
Oh.
Mary Poppins? Yeah, I would say, yeah, I would agree.
It's got to be that because even when you turn potatoes into fries or whatever,
Does it-
chips or whatever,
a basket of fries next to your favorite pizza.
It's
It's
not even
like,
And
close.
pasta
Not even
also
close.
pasta's
No.
also the most versatile of all the three.
yeah,
yeah.
So it's got to be marry pasta.
yeah, marry
Yeah.
pasta, fuck
Easy.
pizza in the gooch.
Oh, yeah, I would fucking roll up pizza and just
I would like
jerk
them.
off with it.
Oh,
Why?
no, it'd be good. Is like a perfectly
I don't know.
temperatured cheesy crust. That would be almost like a food
Yeah.
fleshlight.
Yeah.
You know?
Lava
Okay.
cakes.
Here comes one from
I
Tanya.
bought a
which-
fleshlight during the pandemic. My friend Trey told me to.
No shit.
And I hated it.
A butthole
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
or a mouth?
No, I think it was a butthole. A mouth is too embarrassing.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
They also make zombie mouths, which is kind of fun. They have like
Do they?
stitches coming over and like they have avatar mouths and vampires.
God, dude.
I hate humans.
Just in
How
case.
goth do you have to be? Can you
Yeah.
just let something be
I
normal?
used it once and then they're like, well, to clean it. I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, the cleaning is
It's
suicide.
disgusting.
Dishwasher safe.
Yeah, and it's
But the
not.
inside, you have to.
yeah, you have to like get in there. It's really gross.
Yeah.
When I was doing that joke, they sent me like a box of 20 of them. And the only way to use them is that if you get a bunch of free ones and then you could just like Kobe it after
Why
one
do I
use.
remember that?
I don't know.
I
That
feel
was
like
probably our first time meeting each other was around that time.
11 years ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Why didn't you
Isn't
sell
that
it?
weird? How long? We've all known each other for about 11 years.
I know.
Long time.
I know. I was thinking that actually recently is that a lot of the comedians that you just assume you're like, oh, new friends. They're just new friends forever. You
Right.
don't even consider that
Yeah.
time passes.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're like, I've known this person for 15 years.
Right.
Like, I've
that's
known
fucking
Liza
weird.
Traeger for almost 13 years. She was at
Yeah.
my first comedy show. Maybe 15. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. I've known Ricky Velez since like my
I
first day
love
of
Ricky
comedy.
Velez
Since 15
so
years.
much.
Me too.
I love him.
Good boy.
Tanya, which name do you hate the most?
Tammy.
Out of all of our names?
Tammy. No. Of
Oh, just
all,
names.
all the names. I mean, you also reacted pretty strongly to Edison.
Yeah.
An Edison.
Ugh.
Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I almost don't even like consider like there are names where they'll Ulysses or whatever where it's almost like
I don't mind that.
Yeah,
You
that,
don't mind
it's
that?
so I've never
Different.
run into a Ulysses.
Oh,
in my
then go to
life.
downtown
I don't-
Brooklyn for 8 seconds.
I don't like the name Liam.
Liam.
That hurts.
I taught a Liam in swim lessons.
Why does
and he
that
was
hurt?
An
'Cause
ass.
that's an Irish name.
Oh yeah.
I like Liam.
I have
Yeah,
like-
you do
I
have,
have like
you have an
8
Irish
cousins named
bias. Very
No, I
Irish.
love Irish people. Irish
Italians. So like they do this on the front facing non-hatred of Irish, but it comes out. It
I
comes-
love Irish.
My
but
my wife's grandmother all the time will just be like, you know, oh, you're full of tricks, like shit like that. And Nicole will be like, she told me that like for real when I was 8.
First of all, I am Irish, and secondly, I love Irish people. But I think I don't feel bad saying that their food stinks.
Their food
Yeah,
stinks,
no,
their
I don't-
name sucks, and we're all ugly.
No, there's really beautiful Gaelic names. Actually, Irish people are very good looking.
Yeah, I was kidding.
the Irish accent's the best accent of all the accents.
It's fun.
Oh, it's very fun.
It's the sexiest.
I can't do an Irish
Sexiest.
accent. Oh, tati tatar.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're doing
Dublin.
leprechaun.
Yeah.
You're doing a leprechaun.
Dublin, Ireland.
I always need to see it first.
I could do the pigeon lady
Galloway.
in Home Alone. Oh, Kevin. I could
That's
do
not
that.
Yes.
She's also a
Oh,
little
heaven.
mix. She's got like kind of a soft Irish, a little bit of Welsh.
It's
or
a
something.
turtle dove. You have one and I have one. Then we'll be friends forever. I just goes, oh, Kevin.
Michael Jackson
And in her mind,
fisted me.
in her mind, just going, now I gotta carry this fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
what do
like, yeah.
I'm a vagrant, ladies.
Oh no, that's the Homeward Bound music.
Dude, I
Oh, I
referenced
love
Homeward
Homeward
Bound
Bound.
on stage this past weekend.
Okay, then I have
and
to.
nobody knew what I was
I have to
talking
show
about.
you something.
Crazy.
When I was watching Homeward Bound, I like put a bunch of I was making a bunch of videos on my story about how Shadow is the villain,
Mhm.
and he's like a senile old fuck who wanted to kill every cat in that movie, and my cousins put it all into one video together. And I should,
I gotta
I'm
see
thinking
it.
about posting it online.
Oh, yeah,
it's
do it.
slightly offensive, but I think it's funny.
You know what name I hate? I don't like when there's spellings of the same name too many different times. I don't like
Catherine.
I don't like Christina's like CR. You know what I mean? Christine or like you know what
Sherry.
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah, the ones that it can, the one that no matter which way you get, the way you say it, they're like it's actually this. You know, like
Because my mom's name is Sherry, but it's not the Sherry. That is a different human being. My mom is Cherie, the French way, Shelly.
I like that.
So it just looks prettier.
Yeah, it does look
She's
pretty.
not French at all.
I hate fucking Eugene.
Eugene.
Eugene
I haven't met a great Eugene.
Never.
Actually,
Eugene Levy?
I did know.
Eugene
Yeah,
I've never met him.
I did know
great.
one in college. We called him Huge, and he was very fun.
Not bad.
He was He was big. He was a big, tall man.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just only known like kind of pompous dork Eugenes in my life.
I just think of the one
You know?
from Hey Arnold. That's the only one I'm thinking.
Although
Can I
Eugene
say something
Merman is a very
controversial?
funny comic.
Yeah.
I never liked Hey Arnold. There, I said it.
Now, why is that? Because it
I-
was like black, kind of. It's like urban,
What?
kind of.
Most of the characters were white.
Almost
Only
all of them.
Gerald was black.
Yep. That's too much for Brendan.
That was a lot of projection, Brendan.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us how
Gotta
you
go.
really feel?
I didn't like that it was a city that I didn't know what city it was.
Brendan.
yeah.
Just like that show, Arthur. I never liked Arthur either.
No, Arthur
Arthur
and
sucked.
Hey Arnold are not even in the same
What's
realm
Arthur?
of comedy.
Same time.
He was like a.
Yeah, but Arthur is like a G-rated.
Oh,
That's for
that
like
one.
babies.
With
liked-
with Francine.
I liked Rugrats.
Of course,
I didn't like
gotta
Rugrats either. I didn't like
No, he liked Rugrats.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah,
liked
I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
but by the time you were born, it was like the Dill Pickles era.
No, it wasn't.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Oh, so it was.
was
yeah,
not the
it
Dill-
wasn't the right.
No, it
How
was.
old are you, Mike?
I remember the
35.
pilot.
No, you didn't
35.
get it.
How old are you, Mike?
You didn't get it.
You
dude.
see,
How old are you?
Get
I'm
it.
not gonna fall for that. You can see that I'm actually getting like, you guys don't know me.
You don't know me. I'm 38.
Okay, so we had the same.
Yeah.
Because like to us, Barney was not. We knew Barney wasn't cool.
Right.
Yeah.
At your age, probably liked Barney.
You did.
No,
Yes, you did.
no. Barney was.
You loved Barney.
Barney sucked ass.
No.
What did you like?
you, you hate me. We're
liked,
gonna start a World War III with a great big bomb and fire everywhere. Won't you burn all Barney's hair? Sang that in third grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we sang a worse one. I don't remember it though.
Yeah, you were
I
burning
like
a specific.
Doug.
I hate fags.
There.
You hate gays. We're gonna.
I liked Doug and.
I liked Doug.
Doug was great.
Angry Beavers was really fun.
You were my sister's
I like Dexter's
age.
Lab.
Dexter's
Lab,
Lab.
Powerpuff
great.
Girls.
I loved Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls was
Powerpuff
great.
Girls.
I was
you?
more of a Cartoon Network kind of guy.
Yeah, I liked
Nickelodeon. Again, this is like the walk. so that
Avatar:
they
The Last
could run.
Airbender, though, is such a good show.
Yeah.
Love that
That's
show.
good.
I'm watching Korra right now.
Okay, this scenario comes from Too Cool. There's a name you hate. Would you rather never dream or have really vivid dreams every time you fall asleep?
Have really vivid dreams every time
Yeah.
I fall asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems great.
I
The only
already-
But I
time I
guess-
don't feel the pain.
I
But-
don't dream.
But I guess the scary.
That's- well, because you smoke weed.
Yeah, it's
right,
the weed.
yeah.
Weed. I stopped
It actually
smoking weed.
suppresses it.
I
Yeah.
stopped smoking weed for 3 weeks, and I remembered every dream that I had, and remembered. And
Yeah,
like,
because then
had-
all those chemicals, it's like a huge influx of those chemicals. Yeah, isn't that strange? That
It is strange. It's also a bummer because I can't really sleep unless I smoke weed before bed. Like
that
it's-
sounds like a problem.
yeah. Well, it's a sleep aid though, and a lot of people use them.
see, but I feel like weed. What it does is it helps
Sure,
me.
Jan.
It helps me. It helps me pass out quicker. The weed, but it also doesn't put me in as deep of a sleep.
You know, I don't smoke weed, but my boyfriend and I decided we're gonna, because he doesn't do drugs either, but we're gonna smoke some weed.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much I can take, so
Oh.
we smoked too much.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even walk. It was
Really?
horrible. Yeah, I really, because I have no drug tolerance, which is shocking for a New York gay. But I literally could not walk. And we were like both in bed, and I was like, I don't feel good. He's like, just ignore it. Just ignore it. But he was also really high. And then we woke up the next morning. We were like, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you were like ruining his high.
Yeah, I was actually. I was a nightmare. I didn't like it. I
No.
don't. No.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't disagree with people when they say that, and I never try to push it on anybody who's like,
But
it's not for me.
if I had one puff, it would have been a nice experience.
Totally.
Right.
But I personally had to like hack through the jungle with a machete to get to the point where I enjoyed
Yeah,
marijuana.
totally.
Like I was a box of fucking cobwebs, bats, and nightmares. Anytime I
Right.
smoked weed, it was like a fucking Tim Burton movie
You
started.
are so extreme.
Yeah.
Mike Cannon, if anything.
Nicole calls me Mikey Extreme. That's literally what she calls
Aw.
And that's from an Italian.
me. Yeah.
The most unwell of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for one or two more.
There's an Instagram, by the way, called Italian Dads Who Are Angry, and it is fucking
Why? What is it?
hysterical. It's just
What is it?
kids filming their Italian dads.
I want to get.
screaming.
I want to see him do the impression.
Here's one of them: a dad trying to teach his
Trying to
kids.
goad him into doing it.
No, because I can't. This is, by the way, with Italian families, like the dad starts out really like angry and you're scared of him as a kid, but then it quickly switches. Like then everyone just makes fun of him.
Mhm.
But this is like this is very Italian, and it's
That's the difference between Italian and Irish right there, is at least in Italian, there is a moment of togetherness and fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Irish, it's just bleak.
No. Yeah, it's just.
oh my god, the
Right
reception.
now, Ant. Go over the string and wait. Don't move. Anthony, start pulling, Anthony. Ant, put it down. I have this now. Anthony! I have this! In there! My God! Where is this?
What I love is people going, "My God!" He sounded like Bobby
Right.
Kelly up until the scream.
Yeah, it's like we're now an Italian dad scream. We're like, yeah. Anyway,
Like it's so embarrassing that you haven't worked through your problem.
Yeah.
The Italian kids are doing this prank. I'm like fully into Italian Instagram where like Italian kids, these daughters will go to their dad and say, "Dad, I went to go get my air changed to my tire and they charged me $250. And what the fuck are they? Like they just get so angry. And everyone is laughing. The mom's laughing, the kids are laughing. That's so funny. It's so easy to make Italian dads angry. It's about
Dad.
money.
Tony
Yeah.
Danza died. No!
Tony Danza's hot.
Bob
Is he
Erickson. Yeah, he's in great shape. He's aged well. Bob Erickson, for $5 million, all the running water you use has to be tuna water.
Oh.
You can drink bottled water, but
how
all
much?
For the
other
rest of our lives.
for $5 million. But all other water is tuna. You can drink bottled water. It follows you wherever you go. So the water you use in any hotel or anywhere is tuna the water.
No.
Nope.
I got it.
I don't-
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
We know.
Because it's better than the water I get in my apartment. At least it'll be clear. No, you.
Are you in Flint, Michigan?
Yeah, I had to fly in. I'm
Yeah.
so fucking tired. No, you buy a filter, right? Is there anything about a filter?
No, but the smell will remain.
It's magic. Okay, there's no way to avoid it. So no matter what you do,
How do you
Then no.
get the show on your first try better than this dummy after 190 episodes?
what do you mean?
It's unbelievable. You're like, it's magic. It's a scenario.
Right.
We're not here
Would
to.
you-
There's literally a
with
book of you
logistics.
holding magic.
Yeah.
Well, Brendan,
It was
Brendan likes
easier for you
solve
to
it.
imagine yourself auditioning for Ursula the Sea Witch than to hypothesize about whether your water's going to smell.
Oh, wait
like-
a minute. That could be fixed right really easily. Well, I mean, what's the problem?
I have
You're not
plumber friends.
I got,
Now, wait a minute.
I got a water guy. I can get him on the phone.
Yeah.
the water. So the tuna smell like
Yeah, I got a guy out in Massapequa. He could come in fix that shit right away.
it's like in Pete's Dragon, like Passamaquoddy, like the town.
That's all Long Island,
Yeah.
dude. It's so
Jerry
funny, man.
Seinfeld's from there.
Massapequa. So is Alec Baldwin.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're such good friends.
Wantagh.
Alec Baldwin,
All right.
a murderer.
Yeah.
There's a murderer.
Don't this guy started on Alec Baldwin. He's too close to his dad, so he hates him. But
Yeah.
even though Brendan,
I will
I
say
love
Alec
the guy.
Baldwin
Love
did
him.
have one of the best Jiminy Glick interviews.
Oh, yeah.
I
He's
mean, he
hilarious.
made Martin Short laugh, which is hysterical.
Yes.
Alec Baldwin is very funny
And I've never said that wasn't true.
and a good actor.
I never said that wasn't true.
He was
And a
good in
great
Beetlejuice.
guy.
He was really cute
Not
in
true.
Beetlejuice.
He was.
He'd be
yeah,
a
he was
great
in
he'd be a
Beetlejuice.
great guy to have a drink with.
But see, the thing is, like Beetlejuice to 30 Rock was only like a 15-year difference, and
Yeah.
he like physically changed.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my biggest fear is like, when does it happen?
Oh,
where I just
yeah.
become like,
You don't
But that's
drink, you're
Irish
fine.
booze head.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
that is. That is
Really?
pills and booze and coke
and
party.
fast
like, I don't-
living.
Yeah, dude, that
I
is
guess
like
you're right.
That is. It
I'm very
happens to
slow
every-
living.
but
Yeah.
it
I don't
happens to
drink,
every
I don't
Irish
do
guy.
drugs.
Every Irish guy has that head
Yeah.
available to them if they just push it in the right.
Well, every Irish person eventually becomes like a Jameson like barrel.
Yeah.
just a barrel
Born
with
in a
eyes.
barrel and then a barrel.
Except pink.
When I go to Italy, it's nice because I look like everyone, and I'm just like, well, that's what I look like when I'm 40,
That's
50,
great.
60.
Yeah, what is it with you go to Italy, you don't really see overweight people. Very rarely.
8% of the country is
Wow.
Overweight?
Overweight, yeah.
No
It
shit.
says like the pasta there is different, right?
Well,
The wheat-
there's no GMOs, nothing. They have everything they have is organic, and all their fruits and vegetables. Like the government will not allow chemicals or pesticides, so they're really rich in nutrients. And also, a lot of their tomatoes and fruits are from volcano like dirt, so it's even richer in flavor.
And it also feels like their portions are dramatically different.
Well, I learned from Katie Parla, not to like really bring it down, but she is an Italian author and chef and stuff, and she was saying that the Italians are really, really concerned about digestion, which is why you get everything in like sequences. So it's like you get your pasta first, then they bring out your meat. So your stomach can digest. And then we finish with a digestivo, which is like a kind of a liqueur that helps you digest food, and then coffee, and then you do like a walk. Like they're very concerned.
Do you shit
about,
different when you're in Italy?
It sings opera.
It comes out like pasta.
Pavarotti.
Yeah, it comes out with rigatoni. Oh, rigatoni.
Who? Broccoli Rob.
I see Mike tapping in. The eyebrows start moving.
I just went al dente.
Have you been to Italy before?
No, but we're gonna go.
Okay. Have you been to Italy?
That's like
yeah, you have.
thing.
Yeah. Have you been to Italy?
I've been to Little Italy.
He's been to Jersey.
Yeah.
Seen Albanians.
He's been to
posting as
literally.
Italians.
Not Italy.
He's been to Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club.
All right, let's do one more, I think, and then we'll end this. And this has been great, and we're all having a good time.
Thank you.
Would you rather spend time with your 20-year-old self or your 70-year-old self?
70.
70, right?
Yeah.
You no more
20-year-old's got nothing to say.
20-year-old me has, yeah, exactly. My personality is either let's go to a concert and fight people, or let's get drunk, or let's do both.
Yeah, that guy had
20-year-old
no
me
idea what he
has
was
a
talking
couple
about.
of apologies for me. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to hear from 20-year-old me. I want him to tell me I'm sorry.
20-year-old me was a twink.
You were super thin when you were younger.
I was 125 pounds. I'm like
Wow,
175
Holy
now.
shit. Oh
Get
my
it.
God.
No creatine, no supplements, no testosterone.
I used to do
HGH.
creatine, and I'm not kidding you. I don't know if anyone else has had this issue. It made me just like diarrhea.
Yeah.
Why does it fuck up your
I
stomach?
take creatine. I don't have diarrhea.
It
though.
fucks me up.
Really?
Yes.
It makes me very thirsty though.
A lot of pre and post workout stuff for me though fucked up my entire digestive
I took
system.
a pre-workout, and I have really sensitive skin. Like I had rosacea, and I had to get lasered off and stuff.
Mhm.
But I just started like a month ago. I was like, I'm gonna start pre-workout,
You'll turn
and my whole neck was like full of a rash.
Uh-huh.
And then I stopped taking the pre-workout. It opens up all your blood vessels, so I had to get it lasered
No shit.
off to
wow.
close the blood vessels up.
Holy shit.
That's how bad it was.
So
That's
you,
wild.
So there's nothing. You don't take anything besides just eating enough protein. That's how you put on all that weight.
Yeah.
Good.
I hired a trainer who I see 5 days a week. And then I order from Mega Fit Meals. They don't sponsor me or anything. And I have like 7 meals a day. But yeah, there we go. Before
Wow.
and after. Look at me.
Wow.
16.
I mean, the
Oh my
chin
God.
hair is the chin. The
Is that the keyboardist from
goatee.
Dave Matthews Band?
I'm taking a shit in the Chicago River.
How long? How many years? Oh,
16 and
16.
36.
Yeah.
Wow.
you look older for 16 there. I didn't think that. I thought that was like I would be like that's
I
20.
definitely did not have that facial hair at 16.
Oh,
I
no.
had
way.
I had that
Crazy.
facial hair when I was 7.
That's Italian.
I thought that was
Mexican.
like
Wow.
24-year-old you. That's
Yeah.
wild. Yeah.
I guess I do kind of look Latin. It's hard to
You
say.
look so Latin.
You look like Enrique Iglesias' body double.
That was tough to get out.
I know.
You
A lot
got
of
thrown off
syllables.
by Iglesias.
It caused
Horrible
like a load in my throat.
I look good in the picture on the right. I should post that again.
Yeah.
I like that outfit too.
yeah. Is that a knitting factory?
That was the last knitting factory, and that was the most fun I've ever had. There's a great picture of me, Marie, Sydney, and Amina hanging onto each other because Yamanika is on stage, and we were laughing so hard that we're literally physically grabbing each other crying.
Wow.
Yamanika
That was
to
the
me is
best.
the funniest comedian I've ever met.
Yeah,
so
she's
fucking
so
funny.
funny.
I like when she gets mad at the audience. It makes me laugh so hard.
Well, she doesn't put up with bullshit.
Yeah.
Which is so refreshing. Like comics, a lot, even myself, like you back down to the audience because you just want to please. Yamanika's like, I don't give a
Yeah, I'll
shit.
Yeah.
drive this plane directly into the ground.
And then still kill.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of killing, go check out Matteo Lane's new special on his YouTube channel.
Hair plugs and heartache. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. And
Thanks for having me on the show. This
Yeah,
was really
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
great time.
Appreciate it.
See you guys
Oh,
next
yeah.
week. Goodbye.